Well, hello, my mad scrappers. I'm back at you with the first installment of 14 cards in 14 days. This one's going to be, I'm going to try to make it a quickie, it's going to be a one-sheet wonder card, believe it or not, because I have a single sheet of paper, and I'm going to make at least one card, but I'm going to use all of these cut-aparts from this sheet to make a bunch of cards so you guys can see that these little scrapbooking cut-aparts can be used for more than one thing. They'll make quick cards, and for Valentine's, they don't all have to be like, wow, and beautiful, and 14 layers, and inking, and coloring, and cutting, and no, let's just make it simple, because sometimes that's what we need, is to get through a card simple. So on that note, let's get started. So let me move all of my crap out of the way. I'm going to put this here to the side, except for this, because the first thing I've got to do is I've got to cut apart my cut aparts. So let's get to the business of cutting these puppies out. So let's slide on over. I know, hang on, we're gonna go this way because I know for a fact that these puppies are 4x6s. So let me find my 6. Okay, so that's how, my goodness, here's the problem with with this trimmer. There we go, I lined it up. I'm gonna have to eyeball lining it up because I can't see my 6-inch mark line. Okay, so it is kind of sort of right at the edge on the Tim Holtz guillotine. It's right, just about looks like a smidge past that. I hope and I got that right. Oh yeah, dead on. Woohoo! And now I need to do the same here. We're gonna go this way now. I'm gonna once again eyeball the lineup real quickly. Whoop. And cut these down. But these little guys, I hear, was a little wonky, but that's okay. We're going to live with it. So we're going to trim our little piece off here. So there we go. Let me line it up. And take just a second. I want to do this quickly, but I also want to do it right. There we go. And that was right. Now with this, guys, I'm going to try. Let me see if I can get I'm going to do is line it up this way. So this is the back side of the paper. And if I do it flush here, I'm going to do it flush here and flush there. It should give me, there we go. I should be able to trim off that little piece. Now it's perfect. And these, I'm just going to cut in half. So I'm going to, and not cut them in all apart, I'm actually going to use these as 2 strips. That has been my unilateral decision. When I looked at this, I decided that's what I was going to do. So that's 2 cards there, believe it or not. Now I got to cut these 2 guys apart so that I get 2 more cards out of here. I don't know if I'll make them all on camera, but we're going to make one for sure. There we go. We got that, those 2, and now we got to cut these 3 apart as well. So how you guys doing out there, all right? Guys making lots of cards and being very much more productive than I am? I certainly hope so. Because what excuse have you got? Well, because unless you work full-time, then never mind. You have all the excuses in the world, like I do. And today I worked late, and I have also a volunteer position I do that I had to do a lot of catching up tonight. So I've gotten a really late start crafting, but still, this is going to get made no matter what. Because I need to do a little bit of crafting to feel just, to get it going. I really now, it's kind of like come back to me now. Feel like that song. It's all come back to me now. All right, and that was your musical interlude. We'll leave you guys alone now. Give you peace. So now I have a whole bunch of these. So what in the world am I gonna do? Well, I have already, one of the things that in order to make cards quickly, you should always do, have a stack of pre-cut cards. Seriously, I mean, I haven't done it in a moment. And in fact, this is about the last of my 5x7 stash. So I need to sit down, TV working, and cut paper down and make 5x7s. Or you can buy some of those pre-mates, okay? There is no crime in that, all right? But I also cut a couple of these extra of this one because I know for a fact that this guy, I feel the need to put, in fact, we'll do this one first. Let's do this one first. So I wanted to use craft paper for that one. So, but I just don't want to put this, I mean, the easy thing would be, the total cheater method would be to put that down on that and we're done. We really would be. But no. We are not going to do that because I need to do at least something to zhuzh this up. So what I decided to do is I'm going to cut a layer because I could do it either out of the pink. Oh, I already like it. Never mind, because I could do it out of the pink, or I have some red here as well. But, oh, now I made it hard. I don't know. I like that red too. Which one is it, guys? Pink or red? The red almost looks more striking against it. So, okay, that's what I'm going to do. So what I got to do is I got to cut this piece down. This is a 4x6. So I'm going to go 4.5 by 6.5 so that I have a nice margin and it fits in about half of the blank space that I have here. That's the evil plan right now. So we'll see about how far the evilness goes. But I do have to cut the sheet down a little bit because I can't get it all the way into my Tim Holtz trimmer. So let's take this. So if it's 4.5 by 6.5, what I'm going to do is cut it a little bit bigger than that. So we're going to go, should I go 4 3/4? I'm just gonna make it 5 because this is okay. I can get a lot of this paper. This I'm not so worried about. So 4.5 by 6.5. So I'm gonna do the 5 by 7 thing, and then trim down from there because I can. Alrighty. So now, I have now my backing on that one. I'm gonna put my trimmer out of my way real quick, as well as these 2 pieces of papers. But I want to do something to this paper just to make it more interesting. So I haven't busted this out in a while. So I'm going to bust out my Tim Holtz the Decal Edge. And so I'm going to do my edges first. So I'm going to come on this side and I'm going to take in, so I could take in a bit for sure. So I'm going to take about this much off, and I'm coming down lower because down here there's more decal. So I'm going to line it up so at least I know I'm straight. And then take that much off. So how much does that give me? Let's see. Oh my goodness. I need to go. Oh, I have a ruler here, for crying out loud. Let's just make sure how much I've got here left, give or take. So I have 6 3/4. So let me just take a quarter of the equivalent of about 1/4 of an inch off here, and we're just going to eyeball it because I can always trim a little bit off if I need to. So we're going to go with that. Except now I'm going to be unhappy because I didn't come down here, and that is I want it to be a little busier, so I'm going to go a smidge over. There we go. I forgot to do that. And then I'm going to do the same here. Now I'm going to come down lower because all the interesting duckling is down here. And I could take now a bit of about, because I went 4.5 by 6.5 and I went 5 by 7. So here now, see here I have my little squares here, so I can know what exactly 1/4 of an inch is. So I'm going to take 1/4 of an inch here. Let's see if this doesn't backfire on me. And even if it does, oh well. It is the beauty of a handcrafted item. Right? Right. Okay, so let's see what this looks like when I put it up against here, because I can always trim off more. It looks pretty good. I'm very satisfied with that. And even if I wasn't satisfied, I'm not telling you guys. I'm not confessing. Nobody will ever know, except now all of you know. All right, now all I'm going to do is I'm going to put lovely mama tape behind on the back side of my paper, which is like at Disneyland The Jungle Cruise, the backside of water. This, people, is the backside of your top layer. How exciting. I know. Ah. And we're going to go ahead and lay that down and center it rather quickly, or try to, because the point is we're going to try to get this card at least done quickly. So now we've got that one down, and it had that, see, I like it. It added just that little bit, a point of interest. And then I'm going to come through here and I'm going to give it, I'm going to put it in my other layer here, put in my other strips of tape. I should have gone all the way down. Come down, Myra. You're not a miser for tape. I'm a miser for other things, but not for tape, which is totally surprising. Okay, make sure that we got it the right side facing up and that we're not putting a card together upside down. Whoops. And now we have, there we go. I has an issue, but we fixed that issue. And looky here, we've got that done. But no, wait, there's more. I pulled out a set. Let me work my diamond press because I'm hoping diamond press is to the rescue. And if not this one, the other one will be. I do have to for sure stamp in my sentiments, but let me look at these dies. If not, I want to die cut a couple of hearts out and throw them in here. Yep, there we go. I knew I'd find some hearts here somewhere. Oh my gosh, and there's an XOXO right here. Ooh, and that arrow. Ooh, 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 ooh. So let's put our marquee to work with a piece of, don't I have a scrap of red? I did not end up with any scrap red. Well, because I'm going to have to cut a piece down. I'm just going to have to sacrifice a piece, but wait, because I did, to figure out how to do that, we could, here I'm thinking on my feet or on my seat, whichever way you want to go, I could add some of the pink just to zhuzh, or leave well enough alone. But you know me, I can never leave well enough alone. That is just, it's just impossible. Can't fathom that. No, can't do it, but I want to do the arrow. So I'm going to go ahead and cut away a strip of this to cut out some hearts. I have a lot of this, so I am not freaking out about that. I'm going to cut about a 3-inch strip. That seems about right. And if it isn't, it is now. And I'm going to put down my little arrow here and these heart guys. I'm going to use up all the hearts and then decide what I'm going to do. Ooh, I forgot that these were all together. Woohoo! I like it. So let's pull out my little die, my little bottom here, and then we'll put these all back on. Actually, okay, on this moment, this is where sometimes, not using, it's kind of like a hit or miss. I love using the Empress, but I also have the Marquee, and it needs some love too. The Empress, I just put it on the magnetic, and I wouldn't have to deal with tape, but I also have tape, so, what the heck? These are pieces I've already used, and there they are, and they're still usable. They're still sticky, because this is my mint tape. I love my mint tape. Although I hear that Spellbinders tape is like the bomb. So I think I may have to try some of that. The next time I do a Spellbinders order, I think I'm going to order me a roll of that tape. It's supposed to be like the best tape. It's kind of like the Misty, the best, it's the most incredible stamping stamping tool invented. I hear that tape is like awesome. Some awesome sauce. There we go. So we got our arrow. I have a boatload of hearts now. There were my other little hearts right here. So what I can do, shoot, I should have done the arrow. Now I need that little pink strip. Hang on, come here, pink strip. Because this is what happens when you think on your feet. You're not always thinking straight. So I have that, so I can cut, but I can cut out some hearts. Can't I? Where are my other little heart? I can at least get that guy out. I can put these guys over here. I'm going to use up as much of the paper as I can. Okie dokie. And we have that one. Okay, so now I think with one piece of tape, I can hold them all in place. I sure can. I have all these little heart extras that I will now not be able to get off the silicone mat. Because that's how that silly silicone mat is. Everything sticks to it. It's supposed to stick to it. But I don't always want it to stick to it. It's like, I wish it were just clairvoyant and knew what I wanted when I wanted it. Okay. Okay, so now we've got pink cut out as well. Woo, woo. Okay, we'll just set these all aside. Move, 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 move. We'll put you guys over here. We'll put you over here. We're going to move you guys over there out of my way. Move, move. Scoot, scoot. There we go. Okay, so we have this, and where's that? So I have the red heart, which I'm thinking, ooh, gonna look here great with the arrow. I think with the arrow, actually the arrow should be going through it. That, it's supposed to be transecting. So how do we fix that? We fix that with the X-Acto knife, and now I do have to pause this, and I really didn't want to because I've got to find my little magnetic mat. Well, it should come as a surprise to no one that I screwed up, but there you go. But you know what? In looking at it, it gave me an opportunity to change something. So what happened is that I didn't hit record. I didn't punch it hard enough, so I kept just blathering along and recorded nothing. So I've come back and fix it. So what I did want to tell you guys is what I did is I took my craft knife, and hopefully you can see I just cut a slit in my heart right there, and I ran my arrow through it and then just eyeballed where and what direction and how much I wanted what's sticking out where. And then what I did is I put a layer of foam tape on the back of it because I wanted to dimensionalize. But in hindsight, I grabbed the wrong one. I probably should have grabbed my more dimensional one because I want it to pop up more. So I'm taking the opportunity right now to cut another piece, and I'm just going to double it up. And now it's going to make it pop up more. So, and there you go. So see, everything is fixable. You guys can change your mind and say, nope, don't like that. Undo. Undo is your friend. I already undid it. But now I could come back in and do what I did the last time, which is put my heart right here in the corner. And let me use tweezers because that allows me to not have my fingers in the way as I'm trying to put a placement. And I'm going to plop it right there. I don't need to overthink it. It's just a simple, now, really, seriously, I really like it. Now, what I am going to do is grab little foamy guys, and we'll use these. But I also have the bigger ones. Where are my next size up? I have them. Where are they? Really, seriously. I don't want to just use little ones. Okay, we're going to use the Annas. We're going to use the Annas. We'll just put several down and the heck with it. Put that away because I want to pop these out. I had originally glued them down. You might be able to see little smoochies. So now I know. The upside to that is now I know where I'm going to put these guys. But I'm going to grab a couple of these and just pop them up. I really like that idea. So let me take a moment. And we're going to add the pop-ups to all of these at once. And then I will unpeel them and struggle on camera because that's what you do. On camera, nothing goes wrong. You know, when I'm off camera. Oh, no, that would be dope. Right? Who am I thinking? And who am I kidding? Okay, we'll grab that since I now have a sticky tweezers. And we'll put just one on that one. And this is kind of stuff that I do normally off camera. But for this one, you know, I'm going to bore you to tears with putting foamy dots on the back of things, except for here. Take that away. Okay. So I'm squooshing these down to hopefully get them nice and stuck so I can peel the paper back easy. Cross your fingers, guys. You never know around here. Okay, so I'm going to go, let me put placement here and here. And the pink one here, right? And the red one there, because I don't want to put them all together. Or, there we go. Should I just put no, because then I have both big ones here. So, no, that's not going to work. No, I can't remember what the heck I did before. Because I had one of each color down here. So, there we go. Little and big. There we go. We'll go with that. I think that's what's going to work. I like that. There we go. Alrighty. Decision made. So, now, let me stay in camera. Let me just pop these guys off. There we go. Oh my goodness, it came right off. Wahoo for me. Let me grab that way, and we're going to put you this way because that's what I decided. And then you will come off easily too, right? Yes, you will. Well, thank you. Yes, sirree, Bob. And then we'll put you over here because that's where you were originally. And then we're going to take you and do the same thing. What? Come on, baby. And I'll pick that up, and we're going to put you kind of straight up and down. That's the decision. And then we'll take the tape off of these two, on these two tapes. Oop, that one doesn't look very well stuck up. How rude. There we go. And this one too. Come on. Oh, good. These came off pretty easy. Wahoo. Thank you, Anna. And then we'll put you going this way too. And I mean, I like that. So see, we zhuzhed it up, but there's our one sheet wonder, but I still need to stamp the inside. But I'm not going to stamp straight up on this cardstock because it's just really dark. So what I have here is a sacrificial piece of paper. So I'm going to trim it down. Actually, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to do the same thing on the inside that I did to the outside. So I've got, how wide is this sucker? It's probably 5. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a 5x7. I knew it. So we're going to go in 1/4 of an inch this way and down, but I'm coming down quite a bit so that I can get as much as I can of the decoupling. So I'm going all the way to the bottom because there's more decal at the bottom than at the top. Right? Yep. And then come back this way and do the same thing. So now I'm going to be, I'm at 5 or 4 3/4. So now I am going to be at 4 1/2, and we're going to do the same thing. And here now I'm assuming that I am at 7, right? Where's my ruler again? Let me make sure, because just because I think that's how big this paper is, it is. So now I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come down way down here and snag a quarter. I'm going to eyeball a quarter of an inch. We're going to see how good my eyeballs are. But that looks good. And then we're going to come this way and do the same thing. Whoops, that's not a quarter of an inch. There's many things, but it ain't a quarter of an inch. So, okay, we're going to eyeball, and I think I'm calling it good at right there. Okay. Alrighty. We'll take that out of the way, and let's see. Now, let me look at it. Let me eyeball the inside. How does it look? Perfect. I like it. Now, what we're going to do is, before we put it into the card, let me get rid of my trash here. And let me get this mat out of the way. We don't need it any longer. I'll put it down here. Let me bring out my Misty. Where are you, Misty? She's right here, right in front of me. Say, here I am, here I am. And we're going to put our little piece of paper in here. And we'll hold it down with the magnet. And we're going to grab my stamps, which are where? Did I put everything over here? I sure did. I want to use this one, Happy Valentine's Day. I mean, you don't have to say a lot. You could just put Love Myra, or, you know, Love Stephen Myra. So I'm okay with using a great big sentiment, because it would look better for this way because you have a lot of space for writing whatever you're going to write. But how many things? I mean, just say, hey, love ya. And there you go. You know, we already put Happy Valentine's Day. So does that look centered well? It looks okay to me. So we're going to quit. Okay. And let me make sure it looks straight. Give me a second. I'm checking it out. It looks straight to me. So now all I got to do is ink it up. And I had my ink handy, and then put it on. Here it is. I still want to be using red. So I'm coming back to my pomegranate splash. I know that this is not necessarily a color you can get anymore, but use, you know, VersaFine Clair if you have it in a deep red. I haven't tried. I believe I have a really deep red in Archival that I should try. Tim Holtz Archival. Because not everything is meant to be stamped. I realize with my Simon Says stamps that it is. My inks from them are not good to stamp sentiments. They're not, it's not like VersaFine. I'm spoiled. And with this, I am also spoiled. So let's just use Meanie Me. And this, mind you, is from a set from Diamond Press. This is one of my Diamond Press sets, and I'll link you down below to where it came from. I don't think it's available on their website anymore, but you might, if you're really, really, really wanting it, you can probably find it on eBay or whatever. And if not, guys, we all have a bunch of Valentine's stamps, right? So we should have them. I do. So I just knew where to look, of course, because I just went Happy Valentine's Day, and before I even started this card on Evernote, and it brought me up all the ones, so I knew where to go looking. There we go. I think I'm going to do one more because my Valentine's is what's not dark. So I need to hit that a little harder. Like, do it, you know, like I mean it. That's what Tim says, right? So, okay. This should do it. There we go. Right? Oh, yeah. That was the money. So we're just going to hit that middle a little bit harder. I'm wanting to press, but I don't want to press too hard, because these are not photopolymer. So then we get, but I like it. That is good enough for me. So I have my sentiment stamp. I'm going to push this aside for the moment. I won't take camera time to clean it off. But don't forget to clean off your card, or your stamp rather. And actually, I need to put this in because I need to stamp the back of it. So very quickly. Now, see, now I wish I had cleaned it, because now I got to take that stamp off and get ink all over me. Whoop. No, we don't need the heart there. So I'm going to take this off really quickly and not get, I only got ink on the tip of my thumb. Let me go grab, there we go. I'm going to use this one. I have decided. Handmade cards, because no one displays an email on a mantle. We're going to do a silly one on this one. I have decided. Because it's my card, and I can put what I want on the back of it. Because I always put something on the back. There we go. Come on. There we go. I don't even take my mat off, because I really do. Even with these guys, I still like stamping with the mat underneath. Even though technically with a red rubber, you shouldn't have to, because you've got the cush built in on the top. But, you know, I do it anyway because I do. I have no other reason. I can't explain it otherwise. It's just what, you know, flops my mop. Let's go. Yep. I'm going to hit it a couple more times just because I really wanted to show up. And handmade. Okay. I'm gonna have to press handmade a little bit harder because I'll probably get more ink off the stamp if I do. But a couple of good hits should be enough. Oh, there we go. Sorry. I'm gonna hit. It's handmade is what I really want, and maybe it's just because it's so fine. Let's see. I mean, it could probably go to another good stamping. I think part of it is that this cardstock really soaks in the ink. That's my real take on it, because it's rougher. It's not the same kind of paper as my white that I used, and that's what you get sometimes for using cheap paper. But still, you know, I like it. There we go. I'm good with that. So now we'll set the Misty aside for the moment. And now all I got to do is put this in and grab my, gosh, the table is a mess. A total disasterated mess. I love it. I'm telling you, a clean desk is a sign of a sick mind. This mad person makes big old messes. And then I clean them up, and then I move on, and then I make a new mess. And there you go. It's kind of like your bed, you know. Make it on the floor. So I clean between projects. Clean it all up, you know, and then start all over making a new mess. A new and improved mess. And there you go. And there is card 1 from my one sheet wonder. So, I mean, and that was just a quickie, just thinking off the top of my head, guys. So this isn't rocket science. But give me a minute. I'm going to pull together all the other cards and we'll see what I come up with, okay? So I'll be back in a couple. Well, we're not going to talk about how late or how early it is, but I got through all the cards and I want to share them with you really quickly. So these are all, I got 7 cards out of that one piece of paper, okay? So this is one of the panels, really simple. I kept this one really simple. I did punch out, and I still have a bunch of hearts left, as you can see here in my little kitty dish. Shh, don't tell them I'm using their dish. But I got this one really simple, Happy Valentine's Day, and then it's stamped on the back. I haven't signed my cards yet, but I will. And then this one is Be Mine. Again, I mean, it already had hearts, so I just added 3 more. I kept it all odd because I am an oddball. And then on the inside, Will You Be My Valentine? But it has worked out. I kept them all in the same kind of style because, again, this is more of a production thing. It's like, okay, I need to get a bunch of cards done fast. How can I do this? Oh, and here, I really, don't know why, I really, really like this one. But oh, how I love you so very much. Let me count the ways. And on the inside, I just put Be Mine, Valentine. And I wanted to put 3, but I thought it was too much pink, so I go, wait a minute, how do I do it? I put a little red heart inside of the pink, and it made it work out really, really well. But all the hearts I put on there, I pop them up with little pop dots, and they just add that little bit that you don't need. Here, Love Is in the Air, I made them all red because it just seemed right. And then Will You Be My Valentine on the inside. I used all the same stamps from my Diamond Press collection. This was really fun. These are my strips, my 2x3 strips. 2x2 strips, 3 of them. So I just cut the paper to make the fit, and then I cut out more hearts, and I just kind of I knew instantly I wanted to do the bigger ones, and then I go, wait a minute, I could decorate with the little smaller ones. And then on the other one, it told me that it needed to be red. Each one told me the color that I needed to do the background color. Now, one thing I did with these 2 cards, I didn't have to, but I wanted to, is I went into another sheet of paper, and it's the back side of this paper. Let me see if I can find, here's a piece of it. See? It's that paper, but it's the back side. I only have 3 sheets. This is stuff I bought, I'm sure of it, from Frank Garcia Studio in the clearance bin. So I only had 3 sheets, so what the heck? So I went ahead and sacrificed one to cut these to backgrounds, and I still have pieces of it, so I can see. I still have, hang on. I still have these 2 pieces that I can use for other backgrounds. Or, you know, I could literally cut this out right here, make use of it. Look, I've got 2 of these guys here. I can even use the Be Mine. So there's many possibilities with those pieces, so I'm not going to toss those scraps. But I'm really happy with these, because it's like, okay, these were going to be the extra pieces. What am I going to do with them? I think they almost ended up being the best cards. That's, you guys will have to tell me. And then I stamped, oh, did I stamp any of them? I may have missed it. Oh, yep, I missed these. Bad, Myra, bad. Now I've got to stamp them all dimensionalized, but what the heck. And of course, this is the first one I make. So I'm really happy, guys, with what I did. This is just really, it's not going to be a quickie video. I'm incapable of making a fast video. But still, the point was, I did, all considering, I got a lot of cards done out of one sheet of paper. 7 cards, okay? So it can be done. So hopefully you enjoyed this. If you did, you know the drill. Give me a thumbs up. Drop me a note. If you want to see more of this madness, you know what to do. Come to the dark side. Come. Subscribe and ring that bell, and I'll be back with more tutorials and more shopping sprees and whatever else I can come up with. And meanwhile, I am going to let you go now, guys. I'm pooped. Go out there and craft. Make something beautiful. Always remember that what you make and what you give will make a difference in someone's life and their day, okay? So go out there and make a difference, all right? And as always, let's not all forget, we're all a little mad here. So come on, let's craft the madness together, okay? Talk to you guys later. Love you guys. Bye.